President Trump has said the United States will solve the threat posed by North Korea's nuclear program. In an interview with the Financial Times, the president said the US would act alone if China would not intervene. He made his comments ahead of a visit to the US by the Chinese president later this week. Our North America editor, John Sopel, is at the White House. And John, what does this tell us then about the president's approach to this upcoming visit?
Well, Hugh, for all the talk of surveillance and phone tapping and wiretaps and Russia, this is the major strategic national security issue, at least as far as this White House is concerned. What to do about North Korea and their growing ability, it seems, to launch a nuclear missile that could hit the west coast of America. 8 years ago, Barack Obama, he launched a very similar attempt to try to get the Chinese on board. He sent an emissary in secret to Beijing to talk to the Chinese leadership. Well, Donald Trump is doing the same thing, but rather more loudly. And it's worth just reading what he's had to say. He says China has great influence over North Korea, and China will decide to help us, or they won't. If they do, it will be very good, and if they don't, it will be very bad for everyone. Now, what Donald Trump hasn't spelled out is what that might be. But a military option is not being taken off the table, and I think that is an attempt to say to the Chinese, you could have military action with all the instability that that will bring, or you can help us do something to rein in North Korea.
John, thanks very much again. John Sopel there with the latest before that visit by the Chinese there at the White House.